Dear aspirants, welcome to our YouTube channel Physics Hub. Today I am going to discuss the previous year KSET question paper, that is Physical Science from 2021. Let us start with the first question. The total surface area of three-dimensional parallelepiped having the edges I cap plus j cap, comma, j cap plus k cap and k cap plus I cap originating from the origin is given by. So let us consider this is our origin. So this is the length of the parallelepiped, this is the breadth of the our parallelepiped, and this is the height of the parallelepiped. So consider L is equal to I cap plus j cap, B is equal to j cap plus k cap, H is equal to k cap plus I cap. So we know that total surface area of three-dimensional parallelepiped is given by 2 into bracket mod of L cross B plus mod of B cross H plus mod of H cross L. First find the cross product of two vectors, that is L cross B. So finding the cross product of two vectors is very easy. Just write the coordinates and according to the coordinates write the coefficient of the vectors. So we will get L cross B as I cap minus j cap plus k cap. Then find the magnitude because we have to find the total surface area. So square root of coefficient square is the magnitude. So magnitude of L cross B is the root 3. Similarly find the magnitude of B cross H and magnitude of H cross L. This will result in root 3 and root 3 because all the coefficients has the same value. So put the values in the formula and we will get 2 into 3 times of root 3 which gives 6 root 3. So option C is the correct answer, that is 6 root 3. Next question. The legendary polynomial P2 of x is equal to 3x square minus 1 by 2. The corresponding associated legendary polynomial P2 square of x is then equal to. The associated legendary polynomial is given by PL raised to m of x is equal to minus 1 to the power of m into bracket 1 minus x square raised to m by 2 into d raised to m by dx raised to m into PL of x. So substitute L is equal to 2 and m is equal to 2 in this polynomial and differentiate P2 of x 2 times. Then we will get P2 square of x is equal to 3 into 1 minus x square. So option A is the correct answer. Next question. For a is greater than 0, the value of the integration of minus infinity to infinity cos x divided by x square plus a square into dx is equal to. This is very much important formula in complex analysis, that is integration of minus infinity to infinity cos x divided by x square plus a square into dx is equal to pi by a into e to the power of minus a, that is option D is the correct answer. Next question. The eigenvalues of 3 cross 3 matrix A are 1, 2, 3. If E is the 3 cross 3 identity matrix, then which of the following statements is correct? So E type questions ಅನ್ನು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಡೀಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. That we have know that a trace is equal to lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3, that is sum of eigenvalues. So they have mentioned lambda 1 is equal to 1, lambda 2 is equal to 2 and lambda 3 is equal to 3. So sum of these eigenvalues which results 6. So option B is wrong. Next we have know that determinant is equal to lambda 1 into lambda 2 into lambda 3, that is product of eigenvalues. The product of eigenvalues results 6. So option C is also wrong answer. So according to Cayley-Hamilton theorem, determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. Here I is the identity matrix, but in question they mentioned A as the identity matrix. Just substitute these values in this equation and divide by the A inverse. So we will get A inverse is equal to 1 by 6 A square minus A plus 11 by 6 into E. That is option A is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following matrices is an element of SU2? Means special unitary matrix of order 2. It is a 2 cross 2 complex matrix and it has determinant equal to 1 and it has the condition U dagger is equal to I. If the matrix satisfies A, B minus B star A star this condition, then the matrix is known as the SU2 matrix. So option B is the correct answer. Next question. If in x1, x2 space, the interval between two neighboring points is given by ds square is equal to 2 into dx1 square plus 4 dx1 dx2 plus 6 dx2 square, the element of the contravariant metric tensor Gij will given by. So ds square is given by d2 into dx1 square plus 4 dx1 dx2 plus 6 dx2 square. So split the middle term, that is 4 dx1 into dx2 as 2 dx1 dx2 plus 2 dx2 into dx1. So write in the form of matrix. So dx1 into dx1 is dx1 square, that has the coefficient 2. Next dx1 into dx2 has coefficient 2. Next dx2 into dx1 has the coefficient 2. Next dx2 into dx2, that is dx2 square has the coefficient 6. So write it is in the form of matrix and find the determinant, that is 8. Next find the A inverse. A inverse is equal to adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. Next find the elements of the contravariant metric tensor Gij. This is the first element, second element, third element and the fourth element. So option A is the correct answer. Next question. What is the probability of getting 3 heads and 2 tails when 5 fair coins are tossed together? Means 5 coin ಅನ್ನ ಟಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ 3 heads H H H and tail ಸಿಗೋ probability ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Fair coins ಅಂದ್ರೆ these are the unbiased coins. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೊಬಬಿಲಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಬೈನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್, ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಪಾಯ್ಸನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಗಾಸಿಯನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ ಎಕ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೈ ದಿ ಬೈನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸೊ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬೈನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ Pn of r is equal to NCR P raised to r into Q raised to n minus r. So here n is equal to 5 is the 5 fair coins and P is the favorable probability, that is 1 by 2. Means when we toss a coin, either we will get a head or tail. So the favorable probability is 1 by 2. Q, that is unfavorable probability, that is also 1 by 2 because Q is equal to 1 minus P. So 1 minus 1 by 2 is again 1 by 2. Put all these value in this binomial distribution and we will get the answer 5 by 16. That is option C is the correct answer. Next question. If a variable x has the probability distribution p of x is equal to this one, then its mean value is. So this is the Gaussian distribution function. According to Gaussian distribution function, the its mean value is minus mu by 2. That is in option B. Next question. Let y is equal to 2 plus 4x square. Then integration of 0 to 2 y dx evaluated using a 2 segment trapezoidal rule. This is from numerical analysis chapter. So in numerical analysis 5 to 6 methods ಬರ್ತವೆ and they are very much important. ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 1 or 2 questions ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಟ್ರಾಪೆಜಾಯ್ಡಲ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಸಿಂಪ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ರಾಪ್ಸನ್ ರೂಲ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟ್ರಾಪೆಜಾಯ್ಡಲ್ ರೂಲ್. ಸೊ ಟ್ರಾಪೆಜಾಯ್ಡಲ್ ರೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ a to b y dx is equal to h by 2 into bracket y0 plus yn means first term and last term plus 2 into bracket y1 plus y2 plus up to yn minus 1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 term, second term and previous of last term. So h is equal to b minus a divided by n. So here h is the step size, b and a are the limits. So b andre upper limit, a andre lower limit. So h is equal to upper limit minus lower limit divided by n. N is the total segments. So h is equal to 1. So find the y is equal to 2 plus 4x square. From this we will get the y0, y1, y2. So put the values in this equation and we will get the answer, that is 16. Option D is the correct answer. Next question. Let f of x is equal to cos x minus 2x. Let xn be the root of f of x is equal to 0 in nth approximation. According to Newton-Raphson rule, then the next approximation to the root x n plus 1 will be. So here Newton-Raphson formula is x n plus 1 is equal to xn minus f of xn divided by f dash of xn. So given function is f of x, that is equal to cos x minus 2x. So differentiate with respect to x. So we will get a minus sin x minus 2. So substitute this one in formula and we will get option C as an answer. Next question. If C is equal to 2a minus 3b, the probable error in C of sigma C will be given in terms of the probable errors is independent variables A and B. namely sigma A and sigma B as. So given C is equal to 2A minus 3B, so we can find standard deviation is equal to square root of variance. So sigma C is equal to square root of 2 sigma A square plus 3 sigma B square. That is sigma C is equal to square root of 4 sigma A square plus 9 sigma B square. That is in option D. So option D is the correct answer. Next question. The solution of the differential equation 1 by c square dou square by dou t square u of x comma t minus dou square by dou x square u of x comma t is equal to 0 with the boundary conditions u of 0 comma t is equal to u of l comma t is equal to 0 and the initial condition u of x comma 0 is equal to a sin 3 pi x by l and dou u by dou t at pi comma 0 is equal to 0 is given by. If ಈ type of question ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ substitute the options in the given differential equation. Which option gives answer is equal to 0, then that option is correct answer. So here option B will give the answer equal to 0. So correct answer is option B. Next question. If M, L, T, A represents the mass, length, time and current, then the dimensions of the quantity G epsilon in SI units, where G is the universal gravitational constant and epsilon is the permittivity of the free space, is given by. So here we have to find the dimension of the quantity G epsilon. First of all, we have to know that the gravitational force, that is G m1 m2 by r square, and the electrostatic force, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon q1 q2 by r square. So we will take the ratio of gravitational force and the electrostatic force and find the dimension of the quantity G epsilon, that is m raised to minus 2 a raised to square and t raised to square. That is in option B. Option B is the correct answer. Next question. The Lagrangian of a simple pendulum is L is equal to 1 divided by ml square theta dot square minus mgl into bracket 1 minus cos theta, where m, g, l are all constants and theta is the generalized coordinate. Then the Poisson's bracket of theta comma theta dot e is equal to. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ರಾಜಿನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪೆಂಡುಲಮ್. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 1 by 2 ml square theta dot square minus mgl into bracket 1 minus cos theta. So p theta is the generalized momentum, that is equal to dou L by dou theta dot, means differentiate the Lagrangian with respect to theta dot. So we will get ml square theta dot. So rearrange this one and we will get theta dot is equal to p theta by ml square. So Poisson's bracket of theta comma theta dot is equal to theta comma theta dot ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ p theta by ml square put ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So x comma px means same function ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ the Poisson's bracket is equal to 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Similarly theta and p theta same functions ಇದೆ. So ಇದ್ರದ್ದು Poisson bracket ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So remaining ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು 1 divided by ml square. So the Poisson bracket of theta comma theta dot is equal to 1 divided by ml square. So option A is the correct answer. Next question. A simple harmonic oscillator has the mass m is equal to 0.5 kg, omega is equal to 2 radian per second if it oscillates along the x-axis within the limits of Hooke's law. Then its phase-based trajectory is. So ಈ phase-based trajectory ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. For simple harmonic oscillator, the phase-based trajectory is ellipse. Okay, and the equation of ellipse is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. Energy equation is E is equal to p square by 2m plus 1 by 2 kx square. Divide this equation number 1 by E, so we will get this equation. Here rewrite the equation and we'll get p square by square root of 2me whole square plus x square by square root of 2e by k whole square. So compare this equation with standard equation of ellipse. So we will get a is equal to square root of me and b is equal to square root of 2e by k. Here the m is equal to 0.5 kg and omega is equal to 2, and find the k. K is m omega square. So k is equal to, also we will get 2. So put the values in this a and b and we will get here a is equal to b. So phase-based trajectory is circle. So option A is the correct answer. Next, there are 4 statements below about Coriolis force on a particle in motion relative to a frame. They are: Coriolis force is a pseudo force. Coriolis force exists in all inertial frames. Coriolis force exists in a frame rotating relative to an inertial frame. Coriolis force exists in all non-inertial frames. So here Coriolis force is a pseudo force. So first point is correct. Next, the Coriolis force exists in a frame rotating relative to an inertial frame. This is also correct. And Coriolis force arises due to the rotation of the Earth. Next, the Coriolis force has stronger at higher altitude and has no effect at the equator. And the Coriolis force is perpendicular to the object of axis. So option D is the correct answer. That is 1 and 3 are correct. Next question. Three particles of equal masses are at positions R1, R2 and R3 where I, J, K are orthonormal vectors. The numbers are all in meters. The distance in meter of their center of mass. So here we have to find the center of mass. So this is the center of mass formula. XCM is equal to summation of Mi into Ri divided by summation of Mi. So xm is equal to m divided by 3m because all the masses are equal. So summation of masses is m plus m because there are three particles. So 3m into summation of Ri. Ri is the position vectors. So that is R1 plus R2 plus R3. So R1 plus R2 plus R3 ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ 9 I cap plus 12 j cap plus 36 k cap ಬರ್ತದೆ. So we have to get the magnitude, that is the center of mass. So xcm is equal to 13. So option A is the correct answer. Next question. A body is moving in a potential V is equal to 1 by 2 kx square plus 1 by 4 ky square plus 1 by 4 kz square. If Lx, Ly, Lz denote the angular momentum components and E is the total energy, which of the following variables is conserved? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಐತೆ, ಸೊ ಎಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ ಐತೆ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನು, ಇ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ potential is a function of position only position function ಐತೆ, that why E is also conserved. Next question. The period of a small oscillation of a particle of mass m around the point of stable equilibrium in a potential, that is V of x is equal to V naught cos hyperbolic x by a. V naught and a are real constants is. So here we have to find the time period, that is equal to 2 pi by omega, and omega is equal to square root of V double prime of x divided by m. So potential ಅನ್ನ given ಐತಿ, that is V of x is equal to V naught cos hyperbolic x by a. So ಇದನ್ನ once differentiation ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, second time differentiate ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು and substitute the value in omega. Omega ಬಂದಿದ್ದಂತ value ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, time period put ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So we will get finally t is equal to 2 pi square root of ma square divided by V naught, that is in option D. Next, a particle has a periodic motion in a potential V of x is equal to kx raised to 4 with an amplitude a. Then its time period is proportional to. So time period is proportional to the a inverse, or it can written as 1 divided by a. So this is the option B. Option B is the correct answer. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, potential is given, that is V of x is equal to kx raised to 4. So in periodic motion V is equal to E ಆಗಿರ್ತದ. So we can write E is equal to kx raised to 4. So ಇದನ್ನ ನಾ k a raised to 4 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. So here E is directly proportional to a to the power of 4 and a is equal to e to the power of 1 by 4 ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. So j is equal to square root of e into a. A means ಅದೇನು amplitude ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, that amplitude substitute ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. So j is equal to square root of e into e raised to 1 by 4. So a raised to m into a raised to n ಇದ್ರೆ a raised to m plus n. That's why j is equal to e raised to t by 4. So t is equal to dou j by dou e. So ಇದನ್ನ differentiate with respect to e ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. So here we will get e raised to minus 1 by 4. ಇಲ್ಲಿ e ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ a raised to 4. So 4 get cancel, we will get amplitude inverse. So option B is the correct answer. Next, a rocket R1 is moving east with the speed c by 5 with respect to the ground station, while rocket R2 is moving with the speed c by 10 due east with respect to the R1. What is the speed of R2 with respect to the ground station? So use this formula to find the R2 rocket 2 speed. So u dash of x is equal to u of x plus v divided by 1 plus u of x into v divided by c square. Here u of x is equal to rocket 1 speed, that is c by 5, and v is the rocket 2 speed, that is c by 10. Substitute the values in this formula and we will get the rocket 2 speed with respect to ground station, that is 5 by 17 into c. So option D is the correct answer. Next question, if q is equal to q plus 2ap and p is equal to q plus 2p represents the canonical transformation from q comma p to q comma p, then a equals to. So ಇದರ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. a equals to ಎಷ್ಟು ಐತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ a ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ canonical transformation condition ಅಂದ್ರೆ q comma p is equal to 1. So differentiate with respect to q and p ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So we will get a is equal to 1 by 2. So this is in option C. So option C is the correct answer. Next question, a spaceship of length 300 meter is moving with a speed 0.6 c relative to ground in a fixed direction. A flash of light emitted from the back end of ship gets reflected from the mirror in the front end and arrives at the back. The time taken for this process as observed from the ground is. So length ಎಷ್ಟೈತಿ 300 meter, v is 0.6 c. So gamma is equal to 1 divided by square root of 1 minus v square by c square. So put the values in this formula and we will get 1.25 as the answer. So option A is the correct answer. Next, a uniform circular disc of radius r and mass has a circular hole of diameter r whose edges touches the center of the disc as shown in the figure. The moment of inertia of the disc about an axis perpendicular to the disc and passing through the center C is. So here moment of inertia find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ m is equal to r perpendicular square. Perpendicular distance from the center ತಗೋಬೇಕು. This is the from center, this is the perpendicular distance from the center. So ಇದನ್ನು substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we will get 13 by 32 m r square. So option C is the correct answer. Next question, electrostatics is characterized by the equation del cross E is equal to 0. This implies that the electric field is conservative force field. So ಇದೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the electric field is conserved. So del cross E is the Maxwell's equations. So Maxwell's equations are very much important. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 types of Maxwell equations ಬರ್ತವೆ. So ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. So here del cross E is equal to 0 ಬಂದ್ರೆ that is conservative force. In this video, I have completed first 25 questions of physical science from KSET 2021. Remaining 75 questions will be discussed in the next class. If you have any doubts, comment below. Like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.